What's up, guys? You know it's your boy Ruben, and just coming at you as promised. That video for the Cowboys, and let's just have a real conversation. I really want to dive into it, and see how you guys feel because I'm on the fence on how I feel about this season. I came into this season kind of feeling like this is a bit of a transition year. If we go deep in the playoffs, certain things have to happen. What are those certain things? Dak has to make that turn, right? We gave him a little bit of a pass from having the ankle injury, and he has to make that turn into validating his contract and being a good quarterback. I thought he was kind of an above average quarterback with potential, but it's time to start realizing that potential. That was what I had in my mind for us to take the next step. Dak has to take the next step. um we're we tried to cut the fat, so to speak, right? We got rid of Leo Collins in a cutting move. We got rid of Amari Cooper, which was mainly about cap cutting as well. We drafted CeeDee Lamb, which made Amari expendable, and it's time for CeeDee Lamb to step up. We re-signed Michael Gallup. It was a little rough that we lost Cedric Wilson because it would have really rounded out a nice receiving core minus Amari Cooper. But losing Amari Cooper and Cedric Wilson at the moment looks like it could be problematic, especially with Michael Gallup not ready to go. Game one, we got our ass whipped by the Bucks, guys, and then we lost Dak, which looks like, to me, I'm not sure he's going to be able to come back from this one. Last year, Russell Wilson came back early. I think he missed a month, about 4 games, and he came back early after having broke a finger, and it wasn't his thumb. It took him another month to look remotely decent, all right, because Seattle looked awful during this period of time. It completely sank their season. I think it was a mistake to not put Dak on IR because now we're going to probably ramp up the pressure for him to rush it, which I'm not sure is the best thing for him or for us in long term. Okay. I know you guys want to save the season, but let's win the war, not the battle. I'm not really of the mindset, just me personally, that we can win a Super Bowl with Mike McCarthy. Now, I would like to see, um, where we're at the end of the season. Maybe some guys really turn the corner, and maybe we can win despite him because we do have plenty of talent on the roster. But it's going to require Cooper Rush having to keep us afloat for a few games. And I don't know if we have it. And to be quite honest with you, while Cooper Rush, I think he's fine. I think he'll. I don't think he's trash. He won a game for us before. This is a tough matchup against the Bengals, and they're going to be coming for blood after having lost in Week 1. I don't know if we have the horses to kind of make this one work, but because we're in such a bad division, we can stay afloat. And if we don't rush Dak back, which I think would be a mistake to rush him back, but if we don't rush him back, I think we can stay afloat long enough, make some noise in the playoffs. But let me ask you guys this: do you guys want to be one and done? Because I don't know, and it will be depending on the matchup, if we have enough to make that deep run in the playoffs. We kind of knew coming in with all the stuff and all the things and changes that we've made that we were going to have to play a specific way. We were going to have to run the ball more with Zeke and Tony Pollard. We were going to have to turn more into. I kind of foresaw us kind of looking a lot like how Green Bay runs through AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones, and they get the tight end involved. They play a lot of the middle of the field, and then maybe take a couple deep shots. That's sort of where I thought we were going to go with this. But then Tyron Smith gets hurt. That's the first domino. We lose Dak. We've even lost Connor McGovern, and the inside of the offensive line was already not good. Now, how Jason Peters figures to find his way in the mix. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll see what happens this weekend against the Bengals. And don't get it twisted. Trey Hendrickson is no joke coming off the edge. So we're going to be tested. I don't honestly expect to win this game. But maybe we can steal another game or two in the division because we have the Commanders and Giants coming up. And we can keep pace with the Eagles because the Eagles have an easier schedule than us. Long story short, that coming off that injury last year and then coming into this year, it's very disheartening that we're losing him for so many games because I needed to see so much from Dak this year to feel comfortable about our future. At the end of the day, if we get to the end of this, to the postseason, we'll have overachieved. And I would like to think we've gelled so much. But after watching last season, I can't put my faith in Mike McCarthy making the right decisions and putting us in the right places when we need to be in the right places to make things happen. So Michael Parsons looks like a dog. Trey, Trayvon Diggs looks like a dog. I like some of the players that we have, but at the end of the day, we do have holes in the secondary. He's a decent, strong safety, but he's not all world. Anthony Brown cannot cover the elite receivers that we're going to be facing week in and week out. And outside of Michael Parsons, we're not getting enough heat right now. As of right now, we're not getting enough heat on the quarterback. And in particular, we're we're not getting enough push in the middle of the line. Where Neville Gallimore was, I don't know. Maybe kick DeMarcus Lawrence inside more to see if maybe we can take advantage of that. There's so much that has to happen and go right. It just feels like a little bit of a snake bit season. So at the end of the day, let me know what you guys think. How do y'all feel if we I actually think it could be a blessing in disguise if we don't make the playoffs. And I know you guys don't want to hear that week 2, but having that earlier draft pick to be able to replenish some of the losses that we have incurred next year, we might be able to come off of Zeke's contract. Maybe we get Tyron Smith to restructure, or even outright cut him. That's a lot of money we can recoup and really sign some talent. And with the earlier draft pick, really supplement the pieces around Dak and the defense and finally fill out the holes in the defense that we've been trying to fill out for quite some time. So at the end of the day, guys, if you're asking me, I personally, I don't think we have enough to salvage the season. I think we have enough to make it interesting. But at the end of the day, and as much shit that I talk about Carson Wentz, I think the Commanders are better than people think. I think the Giants can be better than people think. And what I mean by better is they'll at least make it a more competitive division. That's what I mean. I have a lot of respect for Brian Daboll, so I do hope that they do well. I don't think they're going to get super far with Daniel Jones at quarterback, but they have the makings of, they drafted the O-line. I liked Kayvon Thibodeau coming out of the draft to add to that defense. That defense was already solid. Evan Neal on the O-line, it looks like they're unlocking Saquon. Some of their draft picks are finally starting to hit and might be hitting at the right time. But I'm going to always hope for the best for the boys. And, at the end of the day, maybe CeeDee Lamb becomes the second coming. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. I think we got to ride Zeke and the running game. And we got, hopefully we get that rapport with CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup comes back and restores that over-the-top deep threat that we're missing currently. Let me know what you guys think. And remember to like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Peace.